Hey everybody, this is your girl, Thee Heiress. This is Shop Talk with the Heiress, and I have a special guest. Oh my goodness, Johnnia Mitchell from Just Be Beautiful in St. Pete. Y'all, I just want to go ahead and give some kudos, claps to this queen. We're going to interview with her today, learn about what she is doing in the community with hair and within this beauty industry, and just to get to know her. We want to have our little shop talk and get to know her. Now, I know her, and I've known her for some years now. But for my audience and for those who have not known her, this is her opportunity to shine. Just say hi to our audience, Miss Mitchell, today. Go ahead and say hi to
Hi,
everyone.
everybody. This is Johnnia. How you all doing this afternoon? I am so excited and having this opportunity to be on Shop Talk with the Heirs.
Yes. So, this is our new season. In our new season, we want to bring in beauty industry professionals that are doing their thing and give them that opportunity to shine. Tell us about what they do, what products, what services, all that type of stuff. So I'm going to be asking Ms. Mitchell a couple of questions, and so that y'all can get to know her. Y'all want to get to know her? I think y'all want to get to know her. So, Queen, tell our audience, why did you choose this career? Why did you choose to go in the beauty industry?
Okay, wow. I have to be transparent though. It kind of like the beauty industry came to me
Okay.
because my background is management in a food and nutrition department. I was assistant director there. But I had a young lady, which is my best friend for about 30 years plus, but she deceased in 2006. But she had a dream. And the dream was we all was together. It was almost like when one pea rolled, all the peas rolled. So we had a spiritual foundation. So not to be long-winded in that, she had a desire to have, we talked about, let me see, we talked about being natural. So she had a desire. It was her desire to start on this beauty industry. I know my place in the Lord, and definitely I'm a servant for him. So it was like, I said, oh, I want to be part of this. So then it just came and we came together, and I was part of that part of being in the beauty industry. But God enabled me in 2006 after she deceased. I began to, and it was four ladies that was left out of that. And we started with another name, which was Jahadini. And then in 2011, Just Be Beautiful was born. But I knew I always liked it business. And so the hair wasn't my thing at that time. It was not my thing at that time, but business was. So God showed me that's the vehicle that He was giving me for the business and to follow that path. But now I love it. I definitely love it. Giving the community another way in order to do their own crowns and for us to help them in the process of that.
I love it. Oh my God, we almost shared like the same story. Like I never see myself in the hair industry. Never. I know I was a business person. I know I was somebody that, everybody, I can get along with everybody, and, marketing and hustling, what we call in the streets. And somebody actually introduced me to come along in this, and yeah, told me that I was doing fashion, and they told me, hey, I think you should go on this path. And
Mhm.
that's what happened. So it's so amazing to hear that story because, it's, I always say it chose me. I didn't choose this career.
Mhm.
It
Yes.
actually chose me. So what is the vision and a mission of your business? What I know you started off, you had another name, someone introduced you to it, but now, Just Be Beautiful is yours. So
Yes.
do you have a specific vision or mission for your business now?
Yes, I do. I want to continue to be able to educate the community and let them know I don't have any, I'm not a cosmetologist. I don't have anything to for anybody who wants to use chemicals, whatever, but also I want to help them to understand there is another alternative because a lot of people want to be able to, oh, natural hair is hard to deal with. So my vision is continue, especially our young girls,
Absolutely.
coming up and help them to know there is yeah, another way in order to be able to handle this hair mane on our head.
And
So
and
my
and, and your mane is beautiful. I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
Yes, it is. Thank you. So that is one thing. And also to create a place to help people to realize to have a healthy scalp. That's one of the goals where I'm at right now, to help them to realize. It was just an article on TV in regards talking about the relaxers and all of that. We've been hearing a lot of information about that lately. So for me, for Just Be Beautiful, I just want to continue to educate and help them to see and create. I am a Sister Lock consultant, a certified Sister Lock consultant. I'm a brand ambassador for Sister Locks. I'm a trainer for Sister Locks. Sister Locks, I love Sister Locks in regards to doing them and from what she stands for. So Just Be Beautiful does most of that. And so the vision is continue to walk that path of the natural hair care industry and give young women empowerment, to let them know that this industry is profitable so that they can be able to have jobs for themselves, be entrepreneur and continue on with that. The mission, the vision for us, I do have a team. We work very well together in regards to that. And that team, we all with one accord. And we also try to, what not only try, but what we do collectively to service our clients. Our mission is to continue to create not only a healthy scalp, but educating everyone in regards to we got to start taking care of ourselves on the inside too. That's that's a struggle. I'm gonna be transparent for me, but so that we can create and be healthy, and healthy starts from the in and work its way on the outer. So that's one of the visions and mission for us. Mhm.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it because where we come up in the Black and brown communities, where I know when I came up, and many of us that are over the 30, 40 age, we came up and we weren't very proud of our hair. They made us feel ashamed of our hair and the texture of our hair and everything like that. And I know, listen, don't y'all mess with me. Don't y'all mess with me. Cause I know some of y'all gonna be in here talking about, you got them other people here. But regardless of the fact,
You do, Queen. You do.
but regardless of the fact, okay, whenever you got them curls, I don't care what kind of curls it is. If your mama ain't never did no hair, and my mom didn't, and my mom's texture is totally different than my texture, and so even still with the texture that I have, I was um I was getting relaxers as early as 8, I think 6 to 8 years old. So
Mm,
if I got other people hair as I've been told, then why was my hair being relaxed at
mhm.
6 to 8 years old? So I still have that same storyline. Regardless, I was still getting those chemicals in my hair. My mom her hair texture is way curlier and finer than mine. And I just got her to stop relaxing her hair. So that's the shame that we had, because if our hair wasn't bone straight, then it
Mhm.
wasn't quote unquote good hair, regardless, right? And so
N-
I love what you're doing, and the standpoint you're operating from of empowering our youth and our adults. to
Mm-hmm.
love the crown that they wear, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I love it. So how long have you actually been in the industry? How long have you actually, I know you started off in another industry. So how many
Okay.
years?
Since 1997, over 20 years, I've been in the industry, practicing, performing natural hair care. Hmm.
And you kind of already answered our questions as far as what was your specialty. You kind of answered that earlier as far as a
Yeah.
lock specialist. More specifically, a sister lock specialist. And for some people who may not know what's the difference between regular locks and sister locks, could you explain that, and even the training hours that you may have had to endure to actually become a sister lock specialist?
Yes. Well, the training hours is like 32 hours in order to become. It is definitely very vigorous program. Um, excuse me. The other part of it is that what was the other question, Queen?
Well, I said as far as what's the difference between just a regular lock
Okay.
specialist and a
Yes.
sister lock specialist.
So the sister lock specialist, let me speak on that because that's what I do know. The sister lock specialist is someone, like I said, 32 hours. And also sister locks is tiny locks, and it is interwoven. So just in layman terms. And what happens is in traditional locks, it's like a palm roll.
Mhm.
So, and you can start them out yourself. You can it's I think that lock is more of a stiff lock a little bit.
Yes.
But it's a beautiful lock. I love all locks, to be honest and transparent. I really do. But sister locks is more refined, just something in layman terms. It's a more refined lock. Hmm.
And specifically, I think sister locks is a trademark lock. So
Yes.
you can't even use, right? You can't use
Excuse me.
their term unless you go through their training,
Yes,
right? Am I-
you have to go to their program. Is definitely trademarked and registered. Definitely, the creator of that is Dr. Cornwell. She's out of San Diego, so we have to follow it with the T.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because I know that some people specifically they want sister locks, and
Hmm.
although I can do all of the as a cosmetologist I can do everything,
Everything.
but
Hmm.
I cannot actually, and I just want the people to know, I can not actually advertise for sister locks without actually going through the school, because that is a trademark skill.
Absolutely, absolutely. We cannot, only thing that we can do is kind of like we can say we specialize in sister locks. By being a trademark and registered, I cannot take the ownership. If you see on my site, you'll see specialized in sister locks. And just like you said, no one, unless they go through go through the program, no one can. You have to go through the program. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm just saying that for it because of the audience, because a lot of people are, going to people to saying that they're going to get sister. I know because we have to put that out there, to make
Mhm.
sure that we tell the truth in all things when it comes down to our industry, So you have some people who say they actually can do sister lines, and not to say that they can't
Can't.
do
Mhm.
whatever they decide they want to do. But
Mhm.
technically, if you're not trained specifically from this entity,
Mhm.
you're not a sister lock specialist. Now, you can do whatever you want,
Want to
but
do it.
to
Mhm.
actually say you're a specialist, you have to go through that specific course of action for schooling, right?
Right. That is correct. That is
Okay.
correct.
I didn't
Mhm.
want to clear it up, so y'all better not be going to people, and then y'all be mad if y'all locks, sister locks don't be the way they are.
Right.
They not, you know what I'm saying? And you might want to ask them, are they a sister lock specialist or do they just do sister locks? Because there's a
Mhm.
difference. You know, you can do whatever you want,
We want to do.
but you know, what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want. I mean,
Mhm.
I can do sister locks, but I
Mhm.
cannot say that I'm a sister lock specialist.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm a hair loss specialist though, but I'm not a
Mhm.
sister lock specialist.
Exactly.
Okay. So, um, one one of the biggest questions that I like for us in the industry to know for other people that come after us is, you know, what is like one specific, I mean, you can have more, but one specific thing that you struggled with within the industry, and did you overcome that struggle, you know, and what lessons did you learn, and what steps could you give others that may be going through or in that same process where you were at to help them to get through it?
Okay. Yes. Oh my gosh. It was a struggle. And that struggle was for me having them to pay what I'm worth. You know, that was hard for me to really, really, I knew it, but to actually, because I know my makeup, and to actually saying, okay, I'm worth this, but then to be the authority over it to say, okay, this is my service and this is what it costs, you know, and then having someone to, well, you know, that was so hard for me in regards to being paid my worth. But I must say 99.9% I'm there now, because and what it is that you have to believe in yourself, knowing that taking it, I had to, when I say believe in myself, knowing that I can do this, but I needed tools in order to perfect this business.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I knew. And I knew that from being at a corporation that I was in, that I worked in, being a supervisor, being an assistant director, they sent you out to better yourself, right? They sent you out to being able to go to the next level and all of that, to give you the tools to be the best that you can be. So as I began to start building Just Be Beautiful, and a little bit before then, I said, I need these tools the same as this company gave me. And people came to me, said who wanted to help me, came and say, you know, it was a vice president of a bank. And she said, well, we're having this coaching at her bank and for business. So that started. And then I realized that, okay, this is okay. This is cool. Then someone else, she was a client, and she'd been with me since 2007. But I'm gonna throw it out there. Her name is LaFern Beatty of the Beatty Group. She is the owner. She's a business strategist. I go to her retreat every year, and that her company helped me. I hired her as a coach. So the tool that you need is you need to have someone to help you, you know, to do that, to succeed in your business to the level. So doing that, being around other business owners, saying how struggle it was for them, to go back to your question in regards to paying your worth, you know, it still wasn't easy, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, I did. And also too, I think I was waiting on the hair loss. When I did the hair loss, then I called you and I was telling you, can you go and show me A, B, and C? You know, we set up some time in regards to it, and that was another stepping stone. So it's just like God put you in place, put people in your path to be able to get where you need to go to. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So just pretty much, you know, I mean, because I think we all, I think at the same thing, you know, having that confidence that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I actually took this trade. You know, I did the hours, 32 or 1,200 for me
Mm-hmm.
as a cosmetologist, and then another how many for a hair specialist, and just we continue to grow, we continue to, you know, overcome. And sometimes even doing all of that, some people don't want to pay us what we're worth. But you
Mm-hmm.
know, we have to be able to be confident. I mean, you got 20 years under your belt. It's,
Mhm.
we should be able to get to a point where we confidently ask for those things that we know we're worth and not
Absolutely.
shy down from them, because
Mhm.
we've done the back work. You've
Mhm.
hired coaches for that. You've came and took additional classes, and
Mhm.
if you were working a regular job and you did those things, they would give you actually a raise increase,
Yes,
right?
that's
So
right.
we as stylists, and especially in the beauty industry, I think sometimes people don't think that we're supposed to get raises. I mean, like
Mhm.
20, everything else is inflating, gas is
Mhm.
going up, everything
Mhm.
else is going up, homes rent is going up, but God forbid we charge an extra $5 for our hair.
Exactly.
It's like, do we ever get a promotion? Do we ever get a raise? We're not supposed to ever raise our price. Why? Especially if it's a client that's been with us forever. Oh my God. Now, you done got 10 raises at your job since
Mhm.
we know each other. But you gonna fight with me about an extra $5.
$5. Right. Mhm.
Come on, like make it make sense, it's
Exactly.
but that's a big thing. I think that's probably one of the number one things that being a stylist we have to overcome is just being confident about getting paid what we're worth. I think that's probably a number one. If you know what I'm saying, if
Mhm.
it was a
I would
family,
say.
if this was like a family feud question, I think that would be like the number one answer.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
number one answer.
Mhm.
So,
Absolutely.
and tell the steps is just to continue to be teachable, continue to,
Mhm.
and grow and stuff like that. And that's what I heard. That's what I got
Yes.
out of the answer from that.
Mhm.
So, Queen, what is your go-to product for your clients? What is the benefit? Because we all got that go-to. I don't care. It could be that client, that product that could have been 20 years when we first started.
Yeah.
But because it's gonna always work. But
Yes. Yes.
what is
Absolutely.
your go-to product?
Okay, as you heard me earlier say, what Sister Loss is a system. So, so all of their product line, because that's what's worked. And that's the trademark that we had the trademark we have to oblige by in regards to, in order to have their locks to be successful and to do what they need to do, there is a product line that is created for specifically that. So I don't only just do sister locks, we do natural hair care, period. So the number one that I love for my natural hair care clients and the ones who probably have had their locks for eons, I've had clients who've been with me for about 20 years as well. So I like my go-to product for that is, oh my gosh, it's Hairrobics. That's the company. It's a black-owned company. They're out of California, and their product is 100% all natural ingredients. And it's old school. They're old because every time I get on the phone with him, he said, "Oh, Johnnia, we've been in this business for so long. I don't know, both of us over 20 years." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah." I said, "But you know what? I'm gonna be here as long as I can be here. But hey, this is what I need from you right now." So
So it's called hair aerobics.
yes. Hmm.
I've never. So is this like something that mainly Sister Lock specialists use? Because I've never heard of it.
I know a lot of no, this it's been over 20, about 20 years. So no, this is like I said, we do other natural hair.
Mhm.
So, but one of their products that I love using on other locks, and I have used it on my old sister lock clients who say, you know what, I want to try something else different, just being transparent. And their product is 100% natural. And these are my clients that's been with me, like I say, 10 years. And they may purchase a bottle of it. And it's all natural. And one of the items in there is tea tree and olive. It's not olive oil. I think it is olive oil. I don't quote me on it, but it's a great, great product.
Does
and
it provide more moisture?
it's a moisture product for locks, twists. That's what braids.
Oh,
Even for ones who may have extensions and stuff.
mhm, yeah.
So even they can use that. It's really is it absorbs in the scalp very good. It's a clear product. It does not build up. It's washable out. So
Oh, it
that's what I
sounds like
really
I
love
want
about
it. So how much does it cost? I might need to order it. They may
it.
want to order it from you.
Oh, okay, so it's 13.99. And it's on my website as well.
Yes, because I'm like, I've never heard it. So, I'm gonna have to buy it. I'm gonna definitely have to buy it. So I can, you know, we're a couple of generations, so we gotta keep it going if it's something. That's why I say that the normal go-to product is something that you normally, I don't care, probably 10, 20 years, that's
Yes.
your thing for you to use. I mean, is like I love that oars, organic root stimulator. It has the egg. It goes back to the egg and the mayonnaise and that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. And it's been around forever and ever and ever and ever. And
hmm
so when somebody is having breakage or shedding, that's just I
Yeah.
know it's gonna always work. I know you.
It'll
I know that.
always work.
I know you're not gonna be bald headed after you put that on.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. hmm
So, Queen, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I know you got 20 years under your belt, but we, 20 years, I'm biblically, sound. I'm like, listen, Abraham, Abraham and Sarah was having babies at 100. You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
we still got a lot of still ideas and things.
Mhm.
I don't know. Where do you see? Are you retired? Are you naked on the beach somewhere? What are you doing?
Well, excuse me. I did kind of like cut my schedule down some and to kind of like position myself for the next 2 to 5 years in regards to your question, to slow down a little bit in regards to not stop, but be more on the from behind the chair,
Mhm.
and so I can be able to continue to build the business to the extent to what I wear for it to go, so that it can be a legacy. I do have I have not put anything etched in stone, but I do know I want the business to be a legacy, to hand it down so that they can be able to continue to create the wealth for them. So we will continue to build that audience in that direction. Yes, I would love to collaborate um, within this industry with someone. Hint, hint. Um,
I felt it. I felt it.
but yeah, in regards to that, definitely, I have a great team, and once I want to continue to let's see, continue to expand in regards to the hair loss. Put a lot of time, a lot of hours in, a lot of education, continue with that, and also to empower the rest of the staff to be able to walk in that path so they can continue on, because I do have a licensed cosmetologist there that can do things that I can't do.
Oh,
So that works out a lot. So what I may have a lot of knowledge because I'm always educating myself, even though I'm not on the path of a
yeah.
cosmetology, but I'm always there to educate myself in regards. So with the state of Florida, there's certain things that I can't do, but it's okay because I have a licensed cosmetologist there, and
And
hopefully have another one.
as long as you got that, y'all can do whatever y'all want. As long as they in the
Exactly.
house. Listen, I'm all about, me. I'm all about for us to learn how to come from behind that chair,
hmm
because and pass the torch to the next
Yeah.
generation.
hmm
I may not be your age, but that, but I can't. I already know that my body and my no. I definitely am ready to set up the next generation to do
hmm
what we do. So
hmm
know we're gonna have our meetings because that's the goal all around the board to set up that our next gen past that.
Exactly.
So we do leave our name. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
we don't have to be Martin Luther King to
Nope.
leave our name and
Exactly.
legacy. So just be
Mm-hmm.
beautiful should outlive you. It should, you know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? It should outlive you. The vision
Mm-hmm.
should always outlive us. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about that. Yes, 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 yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that kind of goes into our question of what does retirement look like for you? You
Oh,
know, what
I'm a, I'm gonna do like I have this dermatologist that I refer clients to when things that I can't do, and I was going to her beforehand, and now I've seen Dr. Sims work in her facility 2 days a week when she used to work in that 5 days a week, and she would say, "Why should I have to retire?" You know, so she has a very good office, so she really don't have to be there, but she does because the clients, the pay, we like her, and so yeah.
I've heard about this Dr. Sims. You're gonna have to give connect to her because
Hmm.
yes, I've been hearing about her, the black dermatologist, right? In
Hmm.
St. Pete, right?
Hmm.
Oh
Right.
yeah, yeah. We're gonna have
Hmm.
an off script conversation about that
Oh,
because
okay. So.
because absolutely with that MPI number thing, I've heard about her and people were telling me about her, but I've never connected to her yet. And
Hmm.
so
Yeah,
yes,
definitely we can.
definitely,
Hmm.
definitely, definitely. And if she can do it, why can't we? Why
Exactly.
can't you? Right?
That's right.
I
That
mean,
is true.
Dr. Sabran, I'm not from Florida, but if you been in Florida for over 10, 20 years, like I
Hmm.
have, then you would know, say pediatrics, everybody was
Ben,
going to Dr. Sabran. So Dr.
yes.
Sabran don't even come. I seen Dr. Sabran probably one time in I don't even. I think I used to see him in the beginning when my kids was younger, and then
Hmm.
in these last couple of years, I don't think I see him. But St. Pete Pediatrics is booming,
It's
and
booming.
it started with him. So
Yes.
if he can do that, then we can definitely do
We
that.
can do that. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So our next
Definitely.
question is, are you currently running any specials or any deals for your new clients or old clients? Because I want everybody to know where they need to come. I don't do sister like y'all, so y'all yeah, go on in, you know what I'm saying? I thought about it. I ain't gonna tell you I ain't think about it, but when I think
Yeah,
about the hours.
there you go. That part, Queen, that part.
So are you offering any specials,
Yes,
anything like
all the
that?
time. My clients, existing clients, they know they always referring people out, and they get a discount, a 10% discount for referrals. Um, around the around the holidays, for my incoming clients, they get a little gift from Just Be Beautiful. For especially when they get establishments, even just when if they're a transfer client, which I don't take a whole lot of transfer. Well, I don't take transfer clients anymore, but I pass them on to the other one, technician. But yes, so we do have a very good referral system there. Hmm.
Oh, awesome, 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 awesome. So, what piece of advice would you give to those who inspire to enter in your specific field of sister lives? What piece of advice would you give to them?
Well, gosh, I would say it's my foundation. And I think that's why I was so successful in my corporate job, climbing up the ladder, in regards to, I wasn't even a supervisor or team leader or anything, but went into that arena and worked my way all the way up to assistant director. And how you do that is being patient. Not patient, having patience, and
Mhm.
also in being passionate about what you do. And I've always wanted to treat people as I wanted to be treated. So my note to that is if you're passionate about whatever it is, my mom used to say, God bless her, she used to say, she called me Johnny May. Johnny May and all her girls, we call us our full names. And she would tell us, I don't care, but she did care, but I don't care. If you don't be but a garbage can collector, you be the best collector as you can be. And we all went to private schools too, up until 10th grade, and she worked very hard. So I take that note in regards to being the best. Be passionate about what you're doing. And when you're passionate about what you're doing, everything else will fall into place. You will give the best of service. You won't cut corners. You just give your all in all in
I,
regards to it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I mean, passion, because when you're passionate about something, you don't always even have to be paid. You're just, that's the thing that you love to do. This is who you are. This is like shop talk. Like this is just me. This is what I love to do. I love to be able to help other people shine, and that's that passion. And if you're
Mhm,
passionate, everything moves out the way for passion. I believe
mhm,
everything moves out the way for passion. Passionate people move things, they move obstacles and things out the
yes.
way. And I love that. And I also, when you said patience, I don't think that, especially in this generation, we seem to lack that so much,
Mhm, mhm.
patience. And I believe that if you're going to be a sister lock, if you're going to go in that field, the number one thing you may need is patience. Do you see all of those beautiful locks that's on her head? I'm quite sure you probably got about 200 locks on your head. If you're gonna do something like that, you definitely need to be able, because I mean, how long does that service take?
Oh, wow. You definitely, it can take to do a new establishment. I know there are people out there really, really fast, but I would say at least when you're a beginner, I'm gonna be transparent and just starting out. I've seen some of my trainees and they, contact me back and say, I did my first one, it took 30 hours. I say, kudos for you. I say to get home. They say I'm about to die. I said, well, just I say no, it just keep going, keep pushing with time. So with the experience and the time, it can vary from some people anywhere from 10 to 17 hours. It just varies. It depends on the consultant that is doing it and with the experience. And it's not all about how fast you can do it. It is about the quality of work of what you're
30
putting out.
hours to be with one person for 30 hours, you definitely need to have passion,
Yes.
because y'all gonna be together for 30 hours. Half of y'all don't like to go to work for 30 hours. And so at a regular job, and be around your supervisors and your
Mhm,
co-workers for 30 hours.
mhm,
So you're gonna be around this one person for 30 hours. I truly believe you need to have passion. I truly believe you have to be patient and,
mhm,
and compassionate
mhm.
to actually
Exactly.
do this type of career. And that's y'all. That's
Mhm.
why. That's why I don't do it. I, I have. I don't think I have the pay. I don't have the page. I'll be like, I think I got
I
ADHD.
didn't think so either. When I started in 1997, oh my gosh, I thought I was about to die. And that's why I was so thankful for it was a group of us. So all of us felt the same way. So we was the strength for each other. And as I began to take this journey on, continue on myself, it was just like I felt so kind of like lost. But that's why I tell people you got to love what you're doing and being around and to be choose the clients that you're gonna have.
Yeah, because 30 hours around the wrong client can. Hmm.
Mm.
You right? You can go to jail.
Yeah, but those are trainees though. They are trainees. The certified consultants does not take, I'm hoping does not take that long and stuff. But it is not like you're just doing I guess you got to help me out here. There's quick weave, or I hear
Yeah,
these terms.
we
So
ain't
it ain't
doing no.
nothing
You
like,
ain't doing no quick peas. You ain't doing none of that. You ain't doing no cut. You're not doing, all those 15-minute services. That come
mhm,
really fast. I mean, even color doesn't take. I mean,
right.
I don't think anything else besides the links, like
Mhm,
the links now they have those extension links. I don't really think anything else within our industry takes as long as Sister Locks.
mm.
I think Sister Lock, I think y'all got us beat. I think
Yeah.
you're the most patient people ever.
Mhm.
and that's probably why she is so sweet, because she has the patience of Job.
Thank you.
So we're about to get this ended up. I got two more questions for you. The one is, so because especially if we've been in this industry for 20 years, what do you have any self-care practices in place for yourself, or any advice that you would give for the upcoming new gen about self-care, especially since you've been in there and maybe you didn't always do self-care, but maybe you are now.
Yes, correct. I did not always do self-care. I probably can say I started working on self-care within, honestly, within the last maybe 8 years of working on self-care, being transparent, because when you're younger, you're like, you can just run, you can do it, and all but as you begin to know yourself, and as the body began to change, I'm just going to be transparent,
Mm-hmm.
and you realize of life, how life is really just passing you by, and you instead of being occupied. And a point in my life, I I enjoyed being occupied. I mean, I had to be busy, my
Mm-hmm.
husband can tell you that, and stuff. But now I realize being busy, what does that really gain you?
Right.
Only time you need to be not even being busy. I can see you being productive, but then that is within order with that. So I would say take time, even though you have the youth for you, take time for yourself. Go out to dinner, enjoy. But I think these young folks, they ain't got no problem with that right now.
Yeah, some of them don't want to work.
And some of them don't want to work. But as an overall, I would say take time for yourself, eat right. I'm not saying you got to be a vegan or vegetarian, but eat a balanced meal. But my most thing for me, I like, because I am around people all the time, is quietness. I
Okay.
love sitting at the end of the day at my salon, or if I'm riding and coming back from a destination, that solitude, because I'm always around people, I'm always talking. So when I have that time, and as I sat down in the salon, and I'll sit there for about 30 minutes, just quiet, So even in my home, I have an area, a little small area, and I sit and just be quiet, no TV, no nothing. And that is self-care to me, because that time I'm taking care of my mind, my thoughts, um, not listening to chatter. Yes, we can go and have a massage. That is wonderful. So if anybody want to treat me to a massage, that's good too.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? She's open to massages. Open to massages.
But yes, all of those things is good. But quieting the mind for me is self-care for me, because then I can listen. And for the younger people, like I said, I don't think they have too much of an issue right there. But I know training young people that I've seen them, They say, I want to make all the money I can make, you know. So to you all too, take care of yourself in regards to that. Because the
I
money will come.
all the time. The money will come, and I really believe that too, because I, in my younger times, I'm in a over 40 club now. We eat at our stations. I just,
Mm-hmm.
you're eating and while the client is under the dryer, or
Mm-hmm.
and it's just you're on go, and so I understand, and that was why this question was so important, because most of us in the industry, or while we're in a beauty industry, we beat our bodies
Mm-hmm.
down, we tear our bodies down
Mm-hmm.
because we're standing, our hands are moving, some of us
Mm-hmm.
are getting carpal tunnel,
Mm-hmm.
and our backs are, getting to a point your neck begin to
Yes.
hurt, those type of things. And I don't think we stress it enough. We don't hone in it enough about us being in this industry and really taking those self-care practices. And just
Mm-hmm.
like you said, having those moments of mindfulness that you can
Mm-hmm.
hear, from your higher being. I don't know who's on here and what religion you are in,
Mm-hmm.
but to get the next step, to get the directions, to get what's going to be for you.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that quiet time is the best time ever,
Mm-hmm.
ever.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I
One
love it.
thing,
I love it. Go ahead.
one thing I want to tell them to carve out a lunchtime. I usually didn't carve out lunch, you
Mhm.
know, but please carve out 30 minutes to have lunch. And you will see a big turnaround even in your nutrition, because you're taking time instead of, like you're saying. For me, I don't run in between dryers or anything like that, but I've run into between clients, a 15 minutes. Of 15 minutes in between clients, of because I knew exactly what time I was going to get done, and then before my next client, and I will only give myself like about 15 minutes to hurry up and do. And I mean, it be really speed. And that's nothing but as you doing things, you're just chopping it down. So please give yourself, you'll start seeing a lot better. It helps with your digestive system and everything. Take that 30 minutes, an hour. I started out with 30. Now I squeaked it up to an hour.
Listen, I'm just happy to now start taking the day off. I literally just got my Mondays where I'm actually taking off. I was like, no, I'm not
Wow.
coming in. I'm not. I refuse.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
refuse. I want to be, if I gotta be in my pajamas all day, I'm okay with that. I'm okay. It's okay. And I have to tell myself it's okay. In this industry,
Yes.
sometimes we just don't, I don't know what it is about us, but it's just like, it's not okay. No, it is okay to take
Mm-hmm.
the day off and have that self-care. So this Monday, I went to the chiropractor because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna listen. Majority of us need to go to the chiropractor
Yes,
because of
definitely.
the standing and the things that we're doing to our body. And
Mm-hmm.
so I went to the chiropractor, I went to breakfast, and I went and watched Woman's King at the movie theater for
All right.
the early movie, and
Mm-hmm.
it felt so good. Like it felt so good. So self-care is a must.
It's a
Thank you.
must.
It's a
Mm-hmm.
must. It's not where, what's that word I'm looking for, where you can just think about it. No, it is a must. Um, so my last question for you is, how can how can they reach you? How can they connect with you? I know the flyer has all gonna have all the things on there, but for those who don't know you or just getting to know you, how can they connect with you? Please give your number, your email, all of that that stuff that they need.
Okay, you all can connect with me. You can go to the website, which is www.just and the letter B beautiful.me. And our business number is 727-498-8958. And you can find us on Instagram too at Natural Hair Care Shop at Just Be Beautiful.
I love it. Queen, I just salute you for your years of service. Like I said, I've known you for some time now. She has never switched up. She has never changed her stance. Her character has always remained the same. Her temperament has always remained the same. Her love has always, and support has always remained the same. I'm so honored to be able to say that, I know of those who went before me. She's been before me and still was able to come alongside me so many times, come and sit under me in different capacities. It's just it's a beautiful thing. And so if you are in need of Sister Locks, or if you want to find out more about getting trained in Sister Locks, she also is in the hair loss industry, as well as if you have your Sister Locks and you have some shedding and some things going on, please contact her. She's in the greater St. Petersburg area, and she's such a beautiful, beautiful soul to be around. I don't care if you just go over there, like she said, she wants to go to she wants a massage. Y'all can go have lunch and get a massage, or just go and take her some fruit down there if you're in that area, because the love and the energy, the vibrations that you get from her is like breathtaking. And so when I think of a person that I would like to inspire to be like, is, I'm a little rough around the edges. So I will always be like, oh, I want to be one of those people that are like, just like fluffy, not fluffy in size, but fluffy meaning like, if you bump into them, you kind of just bounce back. It doesn't hurt. If that's why my ministry called Rose from the Concrete Ministry, because I got little thorns around me. So if you bump into me in the wrong area, then you might get a little cut. But she is just, a breath of fresh air. And so thank you so much, Queen. I am so honored to have you on our show. I wish you so much success to that next level of coming from behind the chair.
Thank you so much. It was definitely an honor. And in closing, I can say I need a little thorn now and then too to balance out, because God knows, He said it takes all this balance. It takes balance with that too. So,
Yeah.
but I really, really thank you for this opportunity. And I love who I am.
Just be beautiful, y'all. Greater
Yes.
St. Petersburg area. My sister,
Right.
Queen Johnnia Mitchell.
Thank you.